what is the change that you see in kids and parents?
As they grow, the respect thing has come down. Also, parents now are providing a lot of materialistic things rather than giving their children their time. Learning power is fantastic. Grasping power, very, very good. Retention, good. Focus, zero. Dinner time, the TV is on and everyone's eating. Don't say, come, let's watch a movie. That's not family time. When the parent cooks the food, she has to think about carbs, protein, multivitamin. If I don't see all the elements, I call the parent.
Good morning,
Good
Rebecca ma'am.
morning.
Thank you so much for joining us today in this conversation. And thank you so much for being a part of the Crispminds
Thank you for
family
having me.
as well. We're happy to have you with us. What I'd like to begin with is understanding a little bit about how your journey with Sunshine Kids began.
So, I was a normal teacher in a school, rose to supervisor and then principal. And from whatever I gathered, what the older teachers who would retire had nothing to do after retirement. The thought scared me because I started working very early in life. So I pulled out a bit of my PF and set this place up.
Okay.
Just with the thought that whenever I want to retire, I need to have something to do. I can't just sit home. So 2009-10 is when we invested here and started.
That's great. So it's been a good
14-15 years.
15 years that you've been running Sunshine. Being a teacher, being in the education space, and been running your own setup for well over a decade. What is the change that you see in kids and parents in general over these years?
Change, child is a child. If I'm looking at the age group I'm dealing with now,
Right.
when they come to me at 18 months, 2 years, they know nothing. I'm just auntie.
Right.
Okay, the teacher concept comes through a little
Much
later,
little later.
where they know they have to listen to us, and parents keep scaring them ki, I'll call teacher. It's more like
Yeah.
our parents scared us about calling the doctor or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, so children at level 0, no change. As they grow, the respect thing has come down. Parents, it's more like earlier, I think uneducated mothers, and I still feel that first generation English learners, they're more serious about learning,
Okay.
about schooling, about their child's progress. They don't know English,
Okay.
but they're more involved. They'll keep coming to us, ma'am, what is the meaning of this word? How do you pronounce this word? What can I do with him at home? It's not that they are, obviously, they're asking because they don't know, and the
Right.
so called learned parents are not asking because they know it.
Right.
But what they know is out of YouTube and Reels, which sadly is not the right way.
Correct.
That is a publicity stint. And I think we all know marketing gimmicks. Still, it's sad that educated parents fall for it. Uneducated are a little more serious about getting it the right
Getting the
way.
right way.
So that's the difference in parenting. Also, parents now are providing a lot of materialistic things rather than giving their children their time.
Yeah, I think lack of time
No,
is
it's not lack of time. Time has always been the same. A
Okay.
day has always had 24 hours.
okay.
There is no lack of time, lack of commitment towards the welfare of the child.
Right. But-
It's more like if I provide materialistic things, I'm filling in my space.
Right.
I'm giving him the best. What do you want? You want a foreign trip? You want a trip here? You want Nike? The
Right.
child could do with butter.
The busier the parents are getting, they are trying to, in a way, compensate with materialistic.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Which is really, really sad that parents are trying to compensate human life with things we can buy, consumables.
Right.
It's sad. So you mean to say an ice cream can replace a mother? Isn't it silly? That's what we are heading to. If America says they have juveniles today, is because of this concept. And like fools, we are walking in the same path. So
Right. But on the side of the children, you mentioned that you don't really see too much of a change in the child as such.
at level 0, there is no change.
Right.
As they grow, there is a change.
Right. But how do you evaluate or view their grasping power, the learning power these days in kids?
Learning power is fantastic, just like it always was. Grasping power, very, very good. Uh, Retention, good. So if we are talking of retention, very good. Focus, 0. Focus, 0. they're unable to stick on to one thing, also because they have so many options. I don't think we ever had a chance to say, okay, I don't want to go for this, I'll do that.
Right.
It was finish this and then do that.
Right.
There was no I take up something today and say, oh, I don't want this, I want that. Parents would not give it to us.
Right.
Today's parents will freely give their child.
And this definitely brings out one area of maybe concern, or one area which needs a little bit of addressing, is the lack of concentration and focus. Other than
Concentration and accountability for things,
Right.
with children.
Ma'am, in addition to this aspect of focus and accountability, what are the other common concerns that you see with kids these days?
One which all parents will agree is screen time. Another thing is not behaving well when they're outside their homes. Screen time, I think, is universal.
Yeah, I think that's
It's universal. We're done with a lot of concepts like good touch, bad touch, all this. ये तो होते रहता है. But screen time, parents reacting to the child is equally important. I think that is our cause of concern.
Right.
The kind of reaction a parent gives to the baby when the baby says something,
Correct.
it is a cause of concern.
I think I agree with you on that, because like we've discussed this multiple times earlier, that kids are always reflecting what they see happening with the parents.
Yes.
So their demand for the screen also comes in a way from the fact
Parent.
that they see parents on the screens as well. So that control or discipline on access to screens would somewhere have to start with the parents. I'm sure you'll agree.
Yes, I do. When parents are doing it for fun, a lot of parents now feel work from home here, so it's better. But work from home means they